Hi guys, welcome to our gardening channel, the H plant. Look at this plant. This is the Raven ZZ plant. It's really beautiful, and today I want to talk about its care condition. Let me talk about this beautiful plant. Let me put it here. This is Raven ZZ plant, and this one is ordinary one. Its leaves are green, but this one is black and dark. And this is more expensive than this one. Guys, this plant is really resistant, and I recommend to people who are amateur in keeping the plant, keep this ZZ plant. It's really resistant. It's difficult to kill this plant, and just one condition can kill this plant, and it is overwatering. If you overwater this plant after a month or 2 months, it depends to other condition, it dies. But it's really resistant about another factors which I want to talk. The first factor is the light. This plant tolerates every range of the light. I mean low light and high light, and it's not important for it. And it's really resistant about the light, so it's not important. If you don't access too much light, you can keep it in a low light condition and it doesn't affect its growth. As I mentioned earlier, the second factor, water. The only factor that this plant is sensitive about is water. Always pay attention, don't overwater it. When you want to water this plant, check the soil. It should be, the surface of soil should be dry, about 2 or 3 inches, then you can water it. Look at here. It's dry. When it's it's completely wet. When it's in this condition, you shouldn't water. Wait until it dries, then again rewater your plant. And it takes about 2 or 3 weeks, depends to the humid, and another factor to get dry. If you want to go to travel, before traveling, water it, and if you go and don't water it again for 2 or 3 weeks, nothing happens to your flower. Because this plant is too resistant, it doesn't need fertilizer. If you don't access any fertilizer, you don't need to fertilize it. But if you want to create a pop from the plant, it's necessary to fertilize it with high phosphorus fertilizer. Otherwise, you don't need to do it. Other factor is the pot in caring of your ZZ plant. Actually, Raven ZZ plant pot is really important. Always check the soil like this for see is root completely occupied the pot. If it is completely occupied, you should repot it. For checking the root, you can dig the soil to see is there any root or not. If there isn't root in the 2 or 3 inch depths of the soil, it doesn't need to repot it. But if you see there is a root, it means it needs more space for growing, and this pot is completely occupied by roots. So in this condition, repotting is really important. Okay guys, these are the conditions you should observe for caring of your Raven ZZ plant. As I told you, it doesn't need too much care. Just pay attention, don't overwater this plant. It's sensitive to overwatering, and just this another factor I talked about are necessary, but don't take it too hard for taking care of this plant. It's really easy growing plant. Guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy watching of that. If you have any question about caring of ZZ plant, please actually Raven ZZ plant or other species of ZZ plant, comment us and we will answer. And finally, don't forget to push subscribe button. Until the next video, goodbye.